So for the last about 5 years, I have worked at the fitness center, one of the two fitness centers in my small town that I live at here in Montana. And I've enjoyed the job a lot. And just at the end of this last year, our owners purchased the other fitness center in the town. And just over the course of the last month, he asked me to start working over at that fitness center. It hadn't happened until a few weeks ago, and it finally did. And they put a lot into this new fitness center, a lot of new equipment. They just renovated the place, but I had never been in it. And so I came in to work at it, and I was like, wow, this thing is awesome. And then the next morning, I went to work out at the place for the first time, and it just totally re-energized me, totally recharged me. And that's where I'm coming to you from right now is my new fitness center. Now, some of you are thinking, well, what are you telling us about this for? Well, I'm telling you about it because what you see behind me and what you see around this place is all brand new stuff. And this happens to me at various places when I go on the road and I go work out at a different gym. I get energized, I get excited about the new equipment that I'm getting to work out on. This stuff, this free motion stuff, I've been on this before, but I've never really focused on it, never totally, learned all of the different things to do on it. And this is the point that I want to make today. How many of you ask of your kids to get in the weight room, to work out in the off season, and to make sure that they're doing all they can to build strength and to become their best? We all do. And yet, what do? So often, I know I used to do this, we send them in the weight room and expect them to just lift. We send them in the weight room without a plan, without fully understanding. And who are the people that we want to get in that weight room more than anybody else? The kids who haven't been there, the kids who need it. You're gonna always have kids who are into lifting, into your strength training. They know what they're doing. But the ones who aren't as into it, they're intimidated by the place. And so it's critical that we do what we can to help them overcome that fear, overcome that doubt. But here's the problem. These new machines, I'm gonna kind of zero in on them, okay? Notice how they explain, what the machine does and how to use it. Okay, these are little stick figure kind of things. Actually, they actually now have full bodies. But they show the start of a workout and the end of it, sometimes just one or the other. It's like, how can I understand that fully? How can I fully understand how to do that work and that different exercise? And all of them have that, and it's great. But what happened when I walked around the place with my owner, he showed me some of the different moves. It's like, wow, I didn't know that I could do that on here. Well, think about how many of your kids are doing that exact same thing when they get in the weight room. Think about how many of your kids are doing that exact same thing when you send them off to do some kind of training. You wouldn't do that with drills and skills for your sport, would you? And yet a lot of times, I know I did, we just kind of send them in the weight room and expect them to, kind of start lifting, start working out. Here's the deal. Okay, some of us might think, well, I don't fully know myself. Well then, get somebody who does. Get somebody on your staff, get somebody in your community who does know how to do those things, how to do the different exercises. Read up on it. Again, we don't want to just give our kids the information to just read up on. We need to show them, because that's what's going to build their confidence level. That's what's going to build their understanding of it. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I'd show you, this concept of making sure that we do all that we can to help our kids become their best in the weight room, in the other things than just the specifics of our sport. And this was a perfect example I realized last week when I started lifting here and working out on these new machines, that this is exactly what we do so often with our own kids. So hope you like a little different message, a little different place, and think about it when next time you send your kids, because I know a lot of you are going to want them getting off into in the summer into an off-season training program. So think about doing all you can to help them better understand, especially those kids who are intimidated by the place, who don't spend a whole lot of time, in the weight room or haven't before. They need all the guidance that they can get. Hey, do me a favor, scroll down, leave a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and I think I said this the last couple of weeks. Do me a favor also and hit subscribe, and so that you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get as many people on this so we can spread these messages to as many coaches as we can. We'll talk to you again next week.